we are live. I'm joined by the power siblings of MMA, David and Chloe Cooke. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Oh, we've lost the sound. I had you a second ago.
It keeps muting itself. Sorry.
Right, we got you now. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
I am so excited that you are both fighting on one. This is just such massive news, and I'm so buzzing for you both. How are you feeling?
Honestly, it's because it came kind of well, for David, he's been expecting it for a little while, but it was a little bit of a shock to me to know that they wanted me on the show as well. But to have both of us on, it's amazing, honestly.
It's so amazing, and it's the Friday night show, right?
Friday.
So this is the show that, like, if you're impressed on this show, then you can potentially be given like a multi-fight contract to one championship.
Yeah, as long as you impress them, they're willing to give you the contract for the main show.
How much pressure does that put on you both?
A little bit of pressure, but at the same time, it's the same as any other fight. I mean, we know what we're doing. There shouldn't be any added pressure. It's just the same thing, but it's a happy bonus on the end.
Yeah.
Is it the same for you, David? Because I know that you've been thinking of one for a long time. We've spoken about it for years.
Yeah, not much pressure. It's just another fight, just with a bigger risk and bigger reward on the end of it. But I'm sure we're both gonna stand out and get that contract and bonus, hopefully.
Do you know who you're fighting yet?
Yeah. So I'm fighting Haiti Ahmed or something like that. She's a Egyptian girl. She's like 4-1 in pro. So it's gonna be a hard fight. Like, they're obviously not trying to give us easy fights or anything, but just took it. Like, what did I have to lose? I mean, I wasn't really getting any fights over here anyway, so just took it.
Yeah. My guy's Japanese guy, can't remember his name. But 3-3, so very experienced guy. But yeah, he comes for a scrap. It could be a good fight, I'm sure. Both fighting at bigger weight classes, so it should be fun.
Yeah, so over there they do like the weight classes, like, well, not the weight class is different, but they do the kind of weight different in that they do hydration testing, don't they?
Yeah, so they're very fussy on
around weight, right?
Yeah, they're very fussy on like weight cut because they don't like the risks that come with it, I suppose. So you're not allowed. Well, ideally with the whole hydration thing, it's to avoid water cutting.
Yeah.
So you would end up fighting at a higher weight, but still fighting people in your weight class.
Yeah.
So I'm fighting at their atom weight, which is basically 52 kilos, which is a bit heavier than I would normally fight. Like, my last fight was meant to be at 48 kilos.
Yeah.
So we've been trying to bulk me up a little bit. I think it's working so far.
But with that, what ends up happening is you end up fighting. So I'm fighting at their featherweight, which is 70.3 kilo. But you end up fighting the natural featherweights anyway, because they've not cutting as much weight.
Everyone's in the same boat.
But everyone shifts up a weight, so you're still fighting the same people you would fight if you were to cut weight.
Yeah. So are you guys pleased that there will be less of a cut for you?
I mean, to be honest, I started kind of light anyway. Like, I've always struggled putting on large amounts of weight, so I'm okay anyway. Like, as I said, I'm trying to get a bit bigger, but David's got a little bit of a cut to go. But again, it's not major.
Yeah, it's nothing major. It's just stop the junk food and just be strict for 8 weeks, and naturally we'll get there. And it's it's a little bit better, less stress on the body. 66 I can make it, but a little bit more stress on the body. So 70 is more of a natural weight cut for me.
Yeah, I feel like you can perform a lot better when you're not dehydrated and having to like rehydrate after. You can just fight naturally.
Yeah. And when do they test you? Like, when do they do the hydration testing? Sorry, do they do that do they do that before you're, like a few weeks out and then before?
So, I believe they do it twice. They do it at the beginning. No, not anymore.
It's only once now because obviously sorry. They used to be they used to do 2 hydrations, but obviously I don't know what happened there. A couple of people got like hospitalized for trying to cut weight. So now what they do is you hydrate, you have a hydration test, then you weigh in, and then you weigh in after the fight.
Right. Okay. So, like,
little
you're not
bit-
allowed to put on too much after the fight.
I guess it's just how they kind of catch you out for trying to cheat the system.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for anything that is the weight cutting the way it is. Obviously, is dangerous. We see people who look like shit getting on the scales, and you know that they're going in there fighting when their brain's dehydrated and probably not got enough time to hydrate again.
Yeah, I think it's just they're looking out for the fighters a bit more. Like they just want us all to be fit and healthy and have a longer like fighting career in the end.
Yeah, 100%. So obviously the Haggerty brothers already fight at one. They must be a massive inspiration to you coming from your gym, and like, is this the pathway for Team Underground? Would you like to get more people on the show? How cool is that?
Yeah, definitely. So obviously with Jonathan and Freddie, they're obviously in the Muay Thai part of it. So we're the first from like our gym and to come into the MMA section of it. So yeah, we're definitely try and get more of us on there after. Me and David are sort of like paving the MMA path and following along behind Jonathan and Freddie.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, we're
just gonna change location because my arm is breaking holding the phone. Sorry, 1 second. That should be a bit better. There we go.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, the signal's better as well. Perfect.
But yeah, obviously we're in. We're talking with our manager, and Dad's been talking to our manager about obviously the possibility of a couple other people maybe getting on the show, and obviously it's good as well because obviously one does everything: grappling, kickboxing, Muay Thai, and MMA. So don't just think, Jim, we might be on there in a grappling fight, you never know, or kickboxing or something. So we'll see what next Ross, but for the meantime, it's just me and Chloe. We've got to go on there and show what we're made of, and obviously put on a good display. And yeah,
I have no doubt that you're gonna fly the flag, and do yourselves and the gym proud. How cool is it for the fights to be in Bangkok? Because I know you love Thailand so much, David.
Yeah, obviously Bangkok's Bangkok. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I'll be out there 3 weeks. So
well, they've obviously put us like 2 weeks apart. We end up staying out like a whole month.
How amazing is that, Chloe? This is even better for you because you get your fight out of the way. So you're fighting on May the 3rd, and then David, you're fighting on May 17th. Like, Chloe, this is so cushy for you.
It's great for me.
So when do you fly over, and what's the setup? Do they put you up for the whole time?
So flights aren't actually booked yet. It's kind of taking a little while, but we're looking for like maybe 24th, 25th to go out there. So like a week and a bit before my actual fight.
Yeah.
Obviously get used to like the heat and the time difference and stuff. And then I think there's just like a lot of media stuff and leading up to the actual fight to like deal with. They've sent like a whole like schedule and like roster for things. So yeah, it's going to be a bit hectic. It'll be something new, but looking forward to it.
But yeah. So I decided to go out with them because then obviously when Chloe fights, I can be backstage. I can get a feel for it. Obviously, I get the little
he gets a little sneak peek.
I get a cheat code, so I get to feel the atmosphere. It's like I've been in one stadium, I've watched one before live, but I think it's different being backstage and feeling them ropes. It's gonna be interesting. MMA ring.
Yeah, it's in a ring as well. I forgot about that.
Is it really?
The Friday card's always
be. Yeah.
I mean, their ropes are designed to be a bit more.
It's 5 ropes.
Yeah, they've got 5 ropes. They're like tight together, and so they're supposed to be designed to be a bit more.
Yeah, I have seen it actually. I just forgot that's what. Yeah, so yeah, you definitely want to feel what they're like.
Yeah, we've been practicing in like our ring at the gym as well, just to get used to like obviously the 4 corners instead of like the whole way around like a cage.
Yeah. So you're going to be able to get acclimatized and everything, David, but you're going to have to be being good and healthy. And then Chloe, you can get your fight out of the way, and then you can eat and drink whatever you want and just relax and watch David.
I mean, I'll still be stressed because David's fighting, but I'll be stressed by a pool.
And are you cornering David as well?
I mean, I don't know if he wants me to.
We
haven't really thought about it that much.
We ain't stressed about that too much. We're just trying to hopefully get the camp going good. Camping going good anyway. Get that going good and perform. Hopefully, but
I mean, you've been in the longest camp ever. You started in like November.
Yeah. But hopefully we won't need a quarantine. Hopefully we can put on a shocking either submission or knockout each and staple our names in the one Friday night series.
I love that. So why have you been in camp since November, David? Have you had fights that have fallen through, or you were just hoping for fights to get lined up that haven't?
Obviously, as you know, I fought in November, didn't I?
Yeah.
Thailand. And then when we was in Thailand, I think it was like the week before I left, Christian messaged Dad and I was meant to fight. They was going to put me on a week's notice just to jump in. Obviously, they needed it, but obviously that fell through. But Christian sent me off to them and sent them loads of my Caterers Academy clips and all that stuff. And they was really interested in me. So we knew since then they was just going to call and say, listen, 4 weeks you're fighting.
It could be really short notice, so he just wanted to be ready.
So the camp's been at maybe 70%, but now we got a date and we've got a file with everything. So now it's gone up to max, push through, and hopefully do well and get this out of the way and then deal with other stuff.
I'm glad you did get some notice though before this fight because, like, you know, it means so much, doesn't it? There's so much riding on it. Like I know you're constantly in camp. That there's not a time that you're not in the gym, so it's probably not that different. But when you're leading up to a fight and when you know you want to get to your peak, I think is different than turning up and having a fight.
Yeah, it's also different having an actual opponent so you can game plan and like drill specific things and stuff. So yeah, since we've got our opponents like contracts assigned and everything, it's just been 100% in the gym now.
And Chloe, you were saying how hard it's been to get a fight here and how you've been looking for a long time. There's not that many girls at your weight class and it's really, really tough. So this is probably a dream come true for you because there's so many women at the weight class out there, right?
Yeah, so I mean, for a little while I wasn't really sure if I even wanted to fight on one just because I know their weight class is higher. Yeah. But I mean, looking at the girls there and like even just trying to like bulk myself up a little bit, like I don't think it's going to be that hard for me to be able to fight at 52 as if I was to fight 52 over here where the girls would be cutting down from like maybe 60 kilos.
Yeah. Oh, it's so exciting. Honestly, I feel like I'm more excited than you guys are. You look so calm and like and Chloe, you used to be terrified of interviews and now you're a pro. You're going to be
honestly, you make me very comfortable. I'm very good at anyone else I get very nervous.
This media. No, I just think you're both so ready. You really, really are. You're just ready for this opportunity. I think it's come at the right time for both of you, and I'm just so excited for you. Sorry, go on.
We were like what 10, and this is basically what we've been training for. This is like our big break. Like if we do well on this, like we're set for life basically.
We captured everything together, innit? We started off with both first won a gold medal together. Then we both won the Caterers Academy belts, and then we obviously now we're making our debuts on one. So it's like a little story, you know. We started from being 9 years old and 10 years old to now being 21. How old are you?
Wow, 23.
23, and working towards it, and now we're on one, and hopefully, you never know, maybe 2 years or a year could be fighting for the belts at the same time, which would be great, obviously.
There's absolutely no reason why not. Like you guys are just smashing it out the park, and like I said, if Jonathan Haggerty can go over there and do it on the Muay Thai side, why can't you guys lead the way in MMA? And I think it would be so great for you to be representing London, representing your gym. The one thing you must do is get another photo with your dad, with him holding you both. Yeah. When you both win over there. I've got to see that.
As well, it might be a struggle.
Yeah, both heavier. So Dad needs to be working out as well.
Start hitting the gym as well.
Oh, there must be such a great buzz in the gym at the moment because, like, obviously Thomas Paul's win, everybody was bouncing after that, and I know Sinead didn't win at the weekend, but that was a great fight. She put on such a good show.
Yeah,
How proud are you of everyone else in the gym?
we had a good bit like of displays. Like even though the ones that lost, Sinead and Tomek, they showed that they're at that level and they're ready for it. Obviously, they've got the unlucky straw. But even if we go Thomas Paul and Mahedi, two great performances, and we're just showing that our people that we've got pro now are ready for this level. And you never know, obviously after they do their thing and the K-Girls contract set, they could all be joining us on one, and more than likely they'll be able to compete at that level.
This is a not only like a big thing for like me and David, of course, but it's obviously like a big thing for my dad and everyone at the gym. It's because we are such a tiny gym. Like we're just this random little gym in the middle of Old Kent Road, and like to have professional fighters making it onto these big platforms and like hopefully more to follow. It's a really big thing for us.
You might be a tiny gym, but you've already had a massive documentary about you. Like people feel like they know you all. Like people really care. Part of what I do is to try and get people's stories across and people's personalities across so that people care when they're watching and people are like, I want Chloe to win. I want David to win because I saw them or they said this or they said that. And so, like, I think people are really invested in you. It's weird for you because you don't know them, but everybody who watched that documentary feels like they know you.
Yeah, and I've had a couple people come into work and like say, like, "Oh, I know you," and I'm like, "Do you?"
Is that weird for you?
It is a little bit because sometimes I forget about the documentary and I'm like, what? And then I'm like, oh, that's actually amazing that these random people have actually managed to see this documentary.
It's so cool though because it kind of transcended MMA. It was a really humanizing documentary. So like I made everyone in my team at work watch it, and they won't watch any fights, but they watched the documentary and they really enjoyed it.
Yeah, this kind of takes the brutality out of the actual sport and makes it more of a sport and more about like real people trying to pursue like a career that they want to do and less of just like, oh, these big people just want to punch each other in the face. Like
100%. That's such a tiny percentage of MMA fighters, or they're probably still cage fighters, those people. Like MMA fighters come from all walks of life. Like think of Aiden and what he said about his university. Like that is a very intelligent guy that also is an MMA fighter.
Yeah, everyone's just very different. They all have their own personalities, and it was nice to like show them all through the documentary.
And I think that's one thing one's very good at doing is they humanize everyone. If you like, when people fight, you understand why they do it. You know, some people obviously say it was to say they enjoy the sport. Most people have a reason to do what they're doing, and they fight for something. You know.
Yeah. What are your reasons you're telling them when you get there?
Well, what's your reason?
Honestly, like I think it's just different because obviously we didn't really grow up with any like hardships or anything. It's more just like Dad wanted us to have a better life. He didn't want us to like struggle for things and like live on a council estate our whole lives. He wanted to give us something to be proud of and like to achieve. So yeah, just him pushing us when we were younger has just led us to where we are now.
Oh, I love that. What's your reason, David?
Yeah, just many reasons, but same sort of thing. I just got a lot to prove to myself, and that I wasn't going to say this, but Dad wants to say this, so but all right. So obviously I'm fighting on the 17th, and I've got a reason to fight because a week later my girlfriend of 3 years will be giving birth to my first child. So,
congratulations!
But that's my regional fighting. So now it's not so much fighting for glory or myself. It's more fighting to prove something and to
give your daughter
my daughter a better life of what she can do. My girlfriend might beat me up now.
Yeah, not many people know that.
So I've just told you. So you got an exclusive right there.
Congratulations! I'm sorry, and a daughter as well. That's amazing.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So have you come up with names yet?
Oh,
you won't even tell me. You're not going to know.
I'm not allowed to tell that. Then I'll definitely get beat up. But yeah, so I'm fighting the week before she's due, and it's quite hard, you know. Like, she's my girlfriend. She's very supportive, but still a hard thing to do, you know.
Yeah.
But it's all understandable. When I come back, hopefully with a big paycheck, it'll be all good.
A paycheck, a contract, a brand new little baby. Oh my God, what an exciting month for you May is going to be.
Yeah.
Don't be expecting any news like that from me for a long time.
Well, we don't want you out of the cage or the ring that long, Chloe. But how do you feel about being an auntie?
I mean, I've got a half sister. She's already got a kid, so I am already an aunt. But yeah, it's exciting, especially a little girl. Like, it can make her into a mini me.
It's different because I feel like you're closer to me, you know. So.
Yeah.
Well, you guys must see each other every day at the gym, and yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome seeing him every day.
Only you're fighting one because of me. That was the I had to speak for Dad. I want to tell you that was the reason they offered me the fight, and I said I can only fight if Chloe fights. That'd be nice.
Oh yeah.
Well, so David, the very first time I interviewed Chloe, I don't know if you saw this one, but she told me the reason that you both got into MMA is because you both used to do football, but you were so rubbish at it that you had to give up and do something else that you would be good at.
No, yeah.
Partially a little bit, yeah.
Partially true. But yeah, it's but no. Once we both found fighting, I feel like we found our destiny and our journey that we're both really good at. We're both good at different things in the fighting game.
Actually, funny, a little bit of a struggle at the beginning of getting our fights because originally he was meant to be fighting, and then they came up with a fight for me, but I had an opponent and he didn't have an opponent. But then, like a week later or something like that, Dad come and told me like, "Oh, I've got good and bad news. Good news, David's got an opponent now. Bad news, yours has pulled out." I was like, "Oh, that's great." But then they were really good at finding me a new opponent really quickly. So they found me someone else, and they managed to keep it on the same date. So yeah, fighting before him, he's fighting after.
So Chloe, were you going to fight anyway, even though it was David's dream? And he didn't have an opponent.
I needed the fight.
I'll never want to turn that opportunity.
I mean, yeah, I did feel some kind of guilt. Like I felt like because I got the opponent first and the date first, I felt like I kind of took it away from him. And where they don't really want us fighting on the same card, they obviously weren't going to give him a fight yet. And I felt kind of bad, but then, yeah, they gave him a fight after anyway, so the guilt went away.
So why don't they want you on the same card?
I think it probably just they don't want us kind of taking away from each other on our debut fights. Maybe further down the line they'll put us on the same cards, but they just want us to shine individually first.
Yeah, they're big fans of like the siblings paving their own way, as you see with Jonathan.
Yeah.
They don't put them two on the same card.
Yeah, because you're gonna have like favorites, like whether it's David or me, and like if we're on the same card, it's just like it's not very nice if I can tell everyone's more here for David than for me.
Oh, never mind.
And Dad might actually have a heart attack if he's got both of us in the same show.
Well, he handles it very well at Cage Warriors. Like, I'm so used to seeing you guys on the same cards. Like that would be. I think that would be a dream because I think that one can very easily build you as two different people, but then also have the sibling storyline. I think that's cool as well. And mostly like when we see siblings in MMA, they're brothers. I love that you're a brother and sister duo. Like it's just a different dynamic, and I just think they're going to love you. They're going to love your fight styles. They're going to love your personalities, and I just think you're going to wow them over there.
That's not ruling out. You never know. Hopefully, Jonathan defends against his next fight. You never know. You could be seeing an England card with me, Chloe, Fred, and Jonathan. That'd be.
Oh my God, that would be epic, wouldn't it?
Right. Oh, that'd be amazing. Jonathan headlining. Definitely, to be honest.
Oh my God, that would be so cool. I'd love to see it. And you could, like that's an inbuilt storyline for them as well. We're doing the work for them.
That's what I said. Hopefully, one of us can get to that strap quicker, and then obviously England's taken over. Especially London's taken over one, and it's a
Team Underground.
Big thing for Chloe. She could be the first English MMA fighter to win on one.
Wouldn't I be the first female English fighter anyway?
You're the
I think
first.
I'd be the first female. I'm not sure, but pretty sure I'd be the first English female MMA fighter on there.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God, that's really cool.
A
So
lot
you
of firsts, a lot of pressure, but
breaking records
we're ready.
already. Yeah. Do you think you will feel any additional nerves because of the occasion? And it's obviously a huge production as well.
I think, yeah. I mean, we've discussed this. Funny enough, I get stage fright. So the most thing I'm nervous about is just like how big the actual show is. And I've been to one event, like the venues are huge, like they're fully like lit. There's loads of people. Like it's gonna be quite nerve-wracking, but
And Thais are very passionate about fighting.
Yeah, they are. So that's the thing I'm most nervous about. The actual fight, I'm not too nervous about because again, I've been doing this a long time. I know what I'm doing.
But,
yeah. It's daunting. Walking out in front of loads of people is very nerve-wracking, no matter,
All the people staring directly at you.
But once you, like you say, as soon as you get in there, you're doing what you know and what you love and what comes naturally to you. So yeah, just that. I hope you can enjoy it as well, because like so few people will ever get to experience that, will they? Just like all those people there to watch your fight, like it's mental.
I know we got loads of our team like quickly trying to book flights to come out,
Oh,
taking out loans and stuff, and I'm actually so grateful for our team. Like we are like such a like family team, as we told you before. Like everyone just wants to like do what they can to help, and got everyone like trying to help us in training, doing extra stuff with us, like flying out with us just so we can have training partners. Like it's honestly amazing. I'm really grateful for our team.
I love that. You guys go everywhere together. You follow each other
we always
to
go
everybody's fights. I didn't think that you'd be able to get them to go over to Thailand. That's
we
so
got
cool if there's some
we
people
got
who can
quite
do that.
Yeah, we got like 25 plus people come in on
Plus-
short
Oh
notice.
my God.
Plus, yeah, I told we sell. We and Chloe. I don't know. I think we're very popular. I think I'm the starlight because. But you know, I do the work for both of us. But we that's also help. But yeah, we got loads of people coming. We got a whole Muay Thai team from the gym, different one. They'll be over there as well for Chloe's fight, not mine, but they'll be over for Chloe's. So
No, that will be for yours.
Oh, okay. Well, the both of us apparently, and they got that's another 15 people. So, you know, one's gonna see like, no matter where we are in the world, we're bigger
Have quite
squad.
a packed crowd.
Oh my God, I love that. And can they all get tickets for your fights as well?
They'll be able to buy tickets or get them. We'll figure out the whole ticket thing once they're actually there.
I love that. Oh my God, I do always say that you guys.
I know if you want to come out, we get 5 free cage side ones.
Oh, I would love to. Oh my God, how amazing. This is just going to be the best experience.
We'll make sure we get an interview after with you.
Oh
I
no,
mean, we'll go
100%. Please, please, please.
You probably won't see me again if it goes terrible.
Oh, don't say that.
We won't
It's
put
going
that
to
back.
be amazing. You've earned this. You really, really have. You've worked so hard. And I'm just absolutely buzzing for both of you. Like you say, it could easily have been one of you got sorted for the fight and not the other. It just feels like everything's fallen into place.
Yeah.
And I've always known this was like the dream. So I'm just like so chuffed for you. So chuffed.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Is there anyone you want to thank or shout out or anything else you want to say before you go? Apologise to your girlfriend.
What was that? Sorry.
Apologise to his girlfriend for breaking the news.
I
You want to say sorry to Ellie?
I'm gonna get when you post it, I'm gonna get a call. What's that about? But now she.
Oh, it's live actually. There
Oh,
was
yeah,
someone
there you
watching who's not watching anymore, so hopefully not her.
Yeah, but nah, she don't mind. It's more me. I'm more of a
Private guy.
I'm a private person. I don't really talk about my business. But yeah, you know, just gives me another reason to fight. And obviously, the person to say that to me was John. I remember when I told John, he said to me, "You're not fighting for yourself no more. You're fighting for someone else and to give them a life." So, you know, a big thank you to John and Christian. Obviously, Christian getting us fighting, John just being the man he is and supporting us. Even Fred and Jonathan very supportive. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I hope we can do everyone proud and Yeah.
You've already done everyone proud. Like everything you've done to get there, like that's what it takes to make people proud. It's not like winning the fight, it's everything you've put into it.
Even just getting on the show is a big deal. So I don't.
Yeah. Well, you're both going to be a massive success. Is there anything you wanted to say, Chloe?
Thank her boyfriend. He's really nice. Thank her boyfriend.
Yeah, just thank you to like everyone again that's been supporting us, like all sponsors and stuff. Like, just obviously I've had to cut down my work hours, so I'm not really making any money. So it's just having the sponsors financially supporting us. Obviously, my dad financially supporting me, my boyfriend as well. All training partners.
Big love to everyone.
Just big love to everyone.
Yeah, all the people going out to Thailand. That is so cool. I'm just even more buzzing for you after speaking to you. It's going to be so good. And I can't wait. So have a really healthy and safe end of camp, safe travels. And I can't wait to speak to you both after your fights.
Yeah, definitely. We'll do this again after.
100%. Take care. Thank you so much. Steve, any final words from you?
Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Time.
Woo!
That's